Just supporting and packing the trail and all that great stuff. And what I want to do is I just want to do impromptu and I ask more to take all the mics down. Anybody want to share? Who went on Rick? Stand up if you went on the mission trip. Just stand up. Just stand up. Who wants to do it? Who wants to be? Nikki or Keisha? One of y'all. Tell us a little bit about y'all trip. Come on, Nikki. You a teacher. Come on. Experience right here. Nikki gonna share some stuff. You gonna get on the mic? Come on, girl. Lord is calling you up to bring the anointing. Hallelujah. Tell us a little bit about Nikki. Good morning.
It was a very eye-opening experience for, I think, all of us who attended. I don't know if it was as eye-opening as Haiti, but going to those shelters where those, mainly the girls, I think the girls kind of touched us more. We were probably more afraid of the boys than we were the girls. But just going into those shelters and, I mean, having that experience, that one-on-one time with those girls in that shelter, kind of just opened up our hearts. And I told the boys, I told them, I said, when I arrived there, I had them on my mind, but I left them there with them on my heart. And just kind of gave them, we just kind of gave them encouraging words and just telling them, you know, that they gotta keep going. That God didn't put them there just to leave them there. You know, at night when they're there and alone in their thoughts, just to pray and to ask God for guidance and to protect them. And we're doing the same thing for them. So.
Thank you. Also, there's one thing, when we do stuff, somebody might ask, say, hey, well, Pastor, we got poor people right here in our neighborhood. We got poor people here in our neighborhood. And so at night, we went out, we got there the night before, and we went hand out flyers. We was going to hand out flyers, me and my family, Ashley. Ashley, I just want to give it up to my wife. She did a great job organizing that. But we was handing out flyers, and they had trailers. It was trailers. And so I told the guy, I said, you know what, it was dark back there and where we were, and I told the guy, I said, hey, man, I said, we can come all the way 10 hours to serve these people and cook for them and give them presents. And I said, I grew up kind of like this, with the, in the trailer, like we come all the way down here for that. You can't give us some poor people than that. He was like, nah, he tried to work something out, and God made it where we couldn't find nobody else. That was at night. We went back in the daytime. They didn't have, the road was a mud road we went in there. They didn't even have a paved road. It was mud, like up in terrain and stuff like that. And when we got there, had a lady, the houses were nothing like we have around here. One lady was outside. She was gathering some wood. She was going to cook some beans to feed her family. 10 kids stayed in the trailers. 10 kids, one trailer. And she was going to cook some beans and had a little pot there. And they went to them. And the guy, one of the guys who came with us, he speaks Spanish. He said, don't worry about cooking tonight. The cooking is on us. And I felt so blessed because we went down there and we was able to serve those people. And it warmed my heart as a pastor. One is not only to see the adults that went, but to see our kids. They serve just just with selflessness. And we're only able to do that stuff because of what you do here. It's not pastor. It's not pastor. I did drive that mean machine all the way down. I did drive it, but it wasn't me. That's a good part about this church. It's not personality driven. It's not me driven. It's us driven. And so I just want to thank you guys for everything you did throughout the years. We've given so much away, and we've done so much, and you've worked tirelessly, cooking and cleaning and all that stuff. And didn't ask for nothing in return. This is not, nobody here asking for nothing. Nobody wants to recognize it. Because you are the church. And I'm telling you this, that God is blessing this church. Yes, He's going to continue to bless this church with even more, because it's not about us, but it's all about Jesus. Amen. So let's give God a hand for now we got a word on, oh, you got a video? You want to play the video right now? Okay, play the video. You want to play the video? Well, you got we always struggle with the videos here. Thank you, Linda. You want to start all over? Let's back you over. Let's start all over. There you go, there you go. Let's see.
To
Give God a hand clap of praise for that. There's the word from the Lord. Let's get your Bibles out, everybody. You get the light, girl. So come on, let me hear you see your Bibles. Hold them up. Look at him. Got hands up. All right, I like that. Let me hear you say word. Word. This is the word of God. And because of it, I prevail. Take your Bibles and turn over to 1st, 2nd Samuel, chapter number 12. And I have it on the screen for those. I have it up on the screen for those. We're going to read it later, but today we're going to talk about, it's the last Sunday of the year. Some people, as the year draws to a close, like I said when I prayed, that some of us are, 2019 has been difficult for a lot of people. Some people have just experienced loss this year. Some people have been a tough financial year. You've been in a financial season that's really not, you've been in a better place. You just didn't have enough resources and stuff like that. And it might have been a struggle for you to get through. Some of you may have had some sicknesses this year, some things that in your body that you have been believing God and praying for, some stuff that you don't even know why, it happened to you, just randomly by chance. There's some stuff that happened to you, and you just look back at 2019. Maybe you've had some relational problems that's just been really just not so good this year. Maybe 2019 has not been a good year for you, and you say, you know what, Pastor, I am so glad. You probably share on your Facebook post saying, I'm going to be better too. I can't wait for 2019 to be over. Some of y'all wish y'all can go to sleep and just get the whole thing over with. Yeah. Some people are like that. Others of you, 2019 was a great year. You experienced just some great things. Maybe you got that house you've been believing for, that relationship that had worked out for you, and everything had you matured to a level, or you just started to accept some things about life that worried you before. You just said 2019 I wasn't stressed. I didn't have too much stress. I had some problems, some hills, Pastor, but it wasn't that bad. It was good to have a peaceful year. I didn't struggle emotionally. Things were just good this year. You say, you know what? 2019 need to come back because I owe it $5 because it was just that good. Anybody like that? I think because for me personally, when I look at it, 2018 was rough for me. 2018 was the roughest year by far of my life. I was so glad it was gone, and I'm so glad it's over with. I don't want it to ever come back. I don't even want another 2018 ever again, right? 2019 was bad. I experienced some loss, but it wasn't as bad as 2000. You ever had years like that where you look back over your life and you think things over and you say, you know what, it could have been worse, but it's good. Even for the church, when the church comes, a lot of great things has happened. Sometimes we had some rough years as a church. We had a lot of going through as a church. But 2019, we had no church mess. Hallelujah. Praise the Lord. We got cut off. Praise the Lord. You know what I'm saying? And it was great. So, but some of you, so tonight I want to wrap the year up. And so today I'm going to come to you from the subject of from little to more. From little to more. And so it depends on your perspective on little to more. You know what I'm saying? You might say, you know what? Maybe I had a little money, but now I want to go 2020 to more. Can I get an amen? Somebody testify, say, Lord, be a real payer for 2020, right? You say, I had little strength. My health wasn't so good. I had little health, but now I want more. I want better health in 2000. Some of y'all say, you know what? Maybe I had little peace in 2019 and I need more. And some of you say I had more problems in 2000. You get the picture that, you say, look, I had more problems. I had a lot of problems in 2019. Now I need little. But now I had a lot of this, a lot of struggle, but I want little. And so it just depends on your perspective on whether you want more, a little more. But let me tell you right now, God wants you to have better. Amen. Could I get a better amen to that? God wants you to have better. He's his child. He loves you so much. Sometimes we forget about that. We look at God in heaven as this God that's going to smite you when you do wrong and I'm going to mess you up. But you got a God that wants to prosper you and not to harm you. He wants to give you a hope in the future. He wants you to be his light. Let me tell you what that means. Jesus said, shine your light so men may see. God didn't want you to be always going through. That's not a bright light. Every time you talk to somebody, you complaining about, oh Lord, this is bad and that is bad. And this is God don't know. God wants you to have the light to say, look how good God has been to me. Look how great he's been to me. Even in my struggle, in my hard time, he's still good. He's going to go through with me. That's the kind of light God wants. So he wants better preparing for you. So today, I want to read this text and I'm going to explain it a little later. So if you got your Bibles, you can go to 2 Samuel chapter number 12. We're going to start at verse number 7. Chapter 12, 2 Samuel, verse number 7. When you have it, give me a prevailing church, amen? Amen. Amen. Here we go. It says, then Nathanael said to David, you are the man. Turn to your neighbor and say, I'm the man. I'm the man. Okay, turn on the other side. They when you feel it, you go to the other side and say, I'm the man. I'm the man. Now, if you're a woman, you just lie in church. Right? Here we go. Just follow the pastor, whatever he says. Here we go. It says, you are the man. This is what the Lord, the God of Israel, says. I anointed you king over Israel, and I delivered you from the hand of Saul. I gave you your master's house to you, and your master's wives into your arms. I gave you all Israel and Judah. And if this is where we're going. If all this had been too little, if all this stuff had been too little, I would have given you even more. He said, if all this, I gave you all this stuff, and if it would have been too small, I would have given you even more. And so today, going into 2020, I'm telling you right now, if you thought 2019 was too little, if it was not enough for you, you say, I didn't have enough, Pastor, I struggled this year. Guess what God is saying? If that's too little, I'll give you even more. And I want you to get there. Now, let me put this in context. The context of this thing is, this is Nathanael telling David. See what David had done was, David had kind of got to the point where he had got lazy. He had got lazy on who God is in his life, and he wanted some cheap victories. This is what he did. He came outside and he saw Bathsheba taking a bath. Or a bath, if you're from, bath. Bathsheba taking a bath, and he said, you know what? That's my trophy. I want some of that. So what he did was he shortcut the promises and the plan of God. He wanted to hopscotch the process. He didn't want David. He didn't want Hannah. Plus she had a husband. She was supposed to be with it. He said, you know what, God? I'm going to detour what you have to say, and I'm going to do it my own way. So he has her husband killed, and he takes her as his wife, his own wife. He has her husband killed, so he tries to detour. And sometimes we get to the point where we allow our sin to take us out of the promises of God. Let me tell you this. I know you're messed up. You're a sinner. I'm a sinner. You're a sinner. We are. I ain't going to talk about Chris today because he's probably getting mad. But anyway, so here we go. So we all sin and we all mess up. And sometimes we take our shortcomings. We take our mess up. We take the things we struggle with, and we define God through our struggle. But let me tell you today that no matter what you do, that don't take God off the throne. He's still God. He's still a great God who wants to do good for you. But sometimes Hebrews 13 says he just got to chastise those he loves. But he's still God, and your sin doesn't stop him, and it doesn't stop his promises. He said, you know what, David? I know you messed up. I know you messed this thing up. But look at all the stuff I gave you. The first thing he says, I made you, I anointed you. I anointed you king over Israel. Right? That's so much. It has so much in that. Guess what? Let me tell you right now. You might not be king. You might not be king like King David. But guess what? You have the ability, the God-given ability to be king over the territory and the place and the promises and the gift that God has for you. Amen. I can't go everywhere. I can't go to Henry's house and try to be king in his house. I can't go over there and start telling Nina what to do, telling Henry to cook my stuff, because I'm not king over that castle, right? Amen. But I guarantee you at 6210 Jonathan and Larry, where my lunch at? He's the cake anime now. Right? Because I can't be king in somebody else's land. Because that's why the Bible said God had anointed David to be king over a specific territory, and we mess up God's plan for our life when we're too busy trying to be king over somebody else's castle instead of building the kingdom of God for ourselves. Right? He said, I gifted you, and the anointing is just a $5 word for it. God has made you special and unique to do a certain thing. God loves you so much. The Bible says in the beginning, God reached down in the dirt And he loved humanity so much that he reached down. The only part of his creation that he put his hands on to form personally was man. And the Bible says he formed you in your mother's womb. You're not here because of a man or woman decided to get together. You're here because God wanted you to be here. And he loved you enough that he reached down and he formed you in your mother's womb for a special purpose and anointing. If your 2019 wasn't the way you wanted to be, maybe God is not the problem. Maybe he said because you're not walking in your anointing, you're not walking in your kingdom, that's why you got a problem, because you're trying to run somebody else's race. He said, David, guess what I did for you? I anointed you and I gave you your own kingdom. You are the king right here. God saying the same thing to you. I've anointed you and I've given you something. Open your eyes and see the great work that I have for you. He says, I've anointed you. He said, not only that, I gave you, you should have been happy with just being a king. Amen. He said, not only that, this is what I did. He said, you had some haters going on. Saul wanted to kill you for no reason of your own. I protected you from your enemies. I loved you enough that they had him. I took him out. This is how big this is. You think the people who don't like you talking about you on Facebook and screenshotting your stuff and sending it to your auntie and them and saying, you think that's bad? Saul had a whole army looking for David. He's one man. He's one man with just one man against a kingdom. And God protected him and hid him in plain sight until God removed the king. You know what David? David said this. He says, I'm not going to kill the man who God put in that position. I'm going to allow God. So sometimes we fight battles that's not ours. The Bible says, let me give you some scripture. The Bible says, vengeance is mine, says the Lord. And when we step out and try to fight vengeance on our own, we say to God, you're not enough. You can't handle this, God. You can't, I got this. Watch me, God. And then you run over there and you wonder why you get whooped every single time. Guess what? Because the battle was not yours. It's the Lord's, right? So let him, he says, you know what, David, one man, Saul's looking for him, and God just keep hiding him and moving him and then God's giving David opportunity to kill his enemy. And some of us, we fail the test. When God opened up the door, the Bible says that Saul was sleeping. Saul was the enemy of David. He was sleeping. God allowed everybody to sleep and let David walk right up on Saul with a spear in his hand. Then David homeboy was saying, hey, David, let me kill him. I'll kill him. I hit him with this knife one time. I won't even need a second swing. Some of y'all saying that, but y'all enemy gonna give me one swing. I promise y'all won't need two, right? And David said, no, it's not mine. It's not my battle. It's not my battle. Another time, David had a chance. Saul went in the cave. Saul went in the cave to relieve himself. Not number one, number two, right? And David had a knife snuck up right behind him. And his servant said, let me get him. Because you got some people like that. Right? Everybody got somebody. You need somebody like that in your family. The thug of the family. They won't fight before they pray. He said, let me get him. We got him. God is delivering. And David said, no, it's not my battle. That's God in his business. And God said, you know what? Not only I gave you the kingdom and I'm protecting you from your enemies, stop fighting your enemies and start praying for them. Maybe, because God said, just be patient and I'll make your enemies your footstool. And you wondering why you're not stepping up to higher heights? Is because you decided to build this footstool. Right? I preached this before. Guess what? God has to have your enemies there to bless you. Psalm 23 says, he prepares the table for me in the presence of my enemies. Right? I need them to be to step up. So he tells David, he says, Lord, I made you king. I've anointed you. I gave you your master's house to you and your master's wives. I'm not going to touch that. I'm not going to touch that one. You know why I'm going to touch that one? Because somebody's going to say, oh, yeah, Pastor, you can't be mad at me for committing adultery. If he gave David all the wives, I need them too. Let me tell you one thing, brother. One is more than enough. You cannot handle two. Trust me on this. Then he said, I give you all this. I gave you your haters stuff. I protected you from the haters. I gave you a kingdom. I anointed you, and then I always tell y'all, he said, I gave all Israel and Judah, right? I gave you all Israel. Remember, I tell you all the time, Israel is the Old Testament church. Israel is the Old Testament church. So he said, I gave you all that, and then I didn't just do it for you. I gave you Israel. I gave you ministry. I gave you something to do for me. 2019 might not have been your year. It's because you've been wanting God to do everything for you, and you ain't been doing nothing for you. And maybe he's blessing you, but you don't have opportunity to enjoy it. Let's take Saul. Let's get back to Saul, for example. He was the king. He was the king. He had anything you can imagine, he had it. And he's king in position, and he spends all his time thinking about David. Guess what? He couldn't enjoy his kingdom because somebody was singing a song. Saul has killed his thousands, but David has killed his 10,000. He couldn't enjoy being king because somebody made a rap up about him. Man, I wouldn't be worried about that song. David killed all of them. Guess what? Oh, give me my bill grapes. Please, come on, fans, a little bit harder, right? I would have enjoyed the season, but guess what? You can't enjoy it because God is sitting there saying, look at all the stuff I gave you. And you mean to tell me you ain't going to do nothing for me? You complain about paying tithes? Come on now. You complain about, you mean to tell me? That's why I love this. Okay, let me say this. This is why I love this church so much. Because we are givers. And we respond. Right? Respond. We respond. When we see a need, we respond to the need, and nobody's saying, why? Because I think we've gotten to the point, I don't think everybody's got there, but most people have gotten to the point, and we really believe, the old folks used to say, only what you do for Christ will last. We internalize that and say, you know what, God? I'd rather go with you and do your thing, and you can do my thing. The Bible says, seek ye first the kingdom of God, and all these things will be added unto you. That means I keep seeking him, he keeps adding. I keep seeking, he keeps adding. I keep seeking. And guess what? His bank account don't run dry. I give you all this stuff. And if all this had not been enough, if it was too little for you, if you feel right now, you say, God, this is too little. Guess what? God wants to give you more. You just have to be patient enough to wait till it's come. And I don't want to dumb it down to just money. See, because we do money is good, and we need to pay light bill, and we need to get to church, and all that good stuff. But some people, you just say, you know what, God, I don't have no peace in my own house. I don't have peace in my own. You ever been there? Where you go, no peace right there in the house. Okay, let me tell you, okay. So some of y'all say, oh, they're actually tripping over there. No, I mean, if you got some bills need to be paid, and you don't know where the money gonna come from, or you mean to tell me my child is sick and I need to heal, my body's not right, and God said, you know what? I know you're going through it now. But the next season, I got to take you through this in order to get you to the next season. This is why, I heard a preacher say this. He said, this is not me. I give credit where credit's due, but I don't know his name. He said this. He said, the Bible says, all these blessings will come upon you. Jesus said it. He said, but they're going to come with persecution. They're going to come with persecution. And I've taught that before, but he put it like this. He said, the reason why God gives the persecution before he gives the blessing is because when you get the blessing, you understand that God, he said, sometimes God will bless you, you'll pray for something, God will take you through the persecution, and after the persecution, you'll be like, I don't even want that anymore. I don't even want that anymore. And God blesses you until when you get it, you fall in love with the giver instead of what you got. I know it's little right now, and I know you feel like you don't have enough, but just keep holding on, keep praying, keep chasing me, and God is no shorter than his promise. He's holding on in here. I want to give you even more. But what happens is when we lose patience, we shortcut the process. So let's take David for instance in this example. Let's take David for this example. David sees Bathsheba. And now, so David had lived a life of victories, going through trials and then victories. So when David first comes on the scene, he's out in the pastures shepherding the sheep. He's out, and it's not sexy being out there. Matter of fact, the lowest job in the society was the shepherd. They put the cast out in the black sheep. Anybody feel like the black sheep of the family? You know, just the black sheep of the family. They put them out in the pasture and say, you go tend the sheep over there. And so David was in that season. David's complaining about the season, but instead of him complaining about the season, David said, you know what? I'm going to take this opportunity to learn how to play the guitar. Y'all remember my guitar? Y'all remember that? You know,